and welcome. You are now tuned in to the Eat, Pray, Ball podcast, the number one podcast on the West Coast for soccer. Get your soccer news. It just gave me that vibes. That song gave me the vibes. I was waiting for the Champions League theme, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is the long version. That's why. All right, that's as far as we can go. Yeah. Hey. You know what I actually typed in? I typed in like dope Champions League beat, and this is what it gave. And then I clicked on something that said epic version Champions League, and this is what it is. Anyway,
okay.
You're now tuned into the Eat, Pray, Ball podcast. It's your boy Matt Marshall, your boy Thomas Pierce, one on the West Coast, one from Atlanta, one from New Jersey. We all here on the West Coast, always bridging cultures together through the love of soccer. Champions League theme is because that is indeed correct. Champions League is tomorrow. We are back, even though it's not necessarily as exciting as it was slated to be. We're going to be talking about a lot of that today. We're going to be talking about the Prem a little bit. You know, your boy Jurgen Klopp thinks the Prem is over. So shit, I guess
it's
the Prem is over. It's a wrap. We might touch on the Italian league. That might be the only race worth watching. Oh, here it is. Hold on, let me. The champions. Welcome. Yeah, Bayern's probably got that up too, so Jurgen might as well sew that one up too. That might be a wrap. Thomas, what's up, my dude? We back.
Chilling, bro. Yeah, good to be back, man.
We back.
Reprieve, you know?
Yeah.
A little Lover's Day.
Lover's Day, yes. Valentine's Day weekend just passed. It was all it was cracked up to be. Did you and your love get some loving in?
Yeah, we went up to Malibu, chilled at Zuma Beach, had some champagne on the beach and stuff, you know.
Ooh.
Got to show a little bit of love.
Mr. Loverman. You on that lover. Candlelit champagne by the beach. I feel it.
Yes, sir. How was yours?
Same shit. You know, that's such a funny thing. Like transplants in LA doing like LA Valentine's Day type shit. Go get some champagne on the beach. Me and my honey, we went down to San Diego and had a little nice getaway, little vacation getaway.
Vibes for sure.
There's lots to do on the West Coast. It's fun. That's why we got here. That's why we moved out here.
For real. I'll be like, damn, I'm mad as hell. Let me go to the beach. Right.
I'm just going to go to the beach. I need some sun.
Let me go hike. I can hike. I'm like 2-3 minutes
or
from like all these places where I can hike.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Do a lot of Caucasus activities.
A lot of the Caucasus activities. Yeah, those are fun. Hiking, man. Yeah,
it's fun night, bro.
I never hiked before I came to LA, and then it was a scene. It was a whole vibe. I still don't like hiking, but it is very good exercise. All
drinking and hiking though. If you put your Camelback,
you've just ruined the real like thing around hiking. You're like, bring niggas to the party. They gonna bring some Henny and hiking. What
Henny and hiking?
Henny and hiking, my G.
You know they got Henny hikes out here, though.
Henny hikes is where it's at. Yeah, and honestly, I don't feel like I missed much either. I had to like catch up on games today because obviously, you know, doing Valentine's Day stuff. But I didn't really miss much this weekend. You know, Arsenal got a good win versus Leeds. We were talking about it before. Like Aubamayang, first hat trick he ever scored for this club. How do you feel about that as an Arsenal fan? It's just
wasn't. I mean, you know, I got the man on right now, repping, of course, but it's like
it's whatever.
Where were you a couple?
Exactly. Exactly. It just doesn't really feel like
you sign your contract
anything.
And you just you go on vacation immediately during the season. So it's it's good to not be relegated, I guess, you know, like we're a little ways away from it. But I mean, it's, you know,
are you happy with your squad? Are you happy? Like, is this the progression that you were expecting? Like, you know,
I expected it to be this fucking slow for sure.
Okay.
Everybody expects you switching, you bring in Partey, you know what I'm saying? Gabriel, you know what I'm saying? And things are just supposed to miraculously change.
Yeah.
We didn't bring in anybody that's that game changer. We're bringing in pieces. And I think people
and
expect Arteta to bring in one piece, and it's just gonna, we got rid of the biggest piece that was holding all our bread down, which was, Ozil, which I'm happy for him. He's doing his thing, congrats to him.
He's doing his thing, coming off the bench at Fenerbahce, good riddance. Awesome.
Look, the man got him his freedom papers, and
give
blessings to him, bro.
Us, free. I feel that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, so you can't. The man was nice. He was good for a while, lasted, but when you put politics into anything, it gets a little messy. So, for lack of better words, Lionel. Let's talk about how do you feel about Chelsea, man? Chelsea and Timo Werner actually scoring, like making it in the goal. That's fucking wow.
Same vibes, bro. Same vibes. Unlike you, I had very high hopes for the season. We did well enough last year, and we've talked about this a couple of times. We did well enough last year that, coming into this year, coming in with some pieces that were strange, albeit they were money signings. We were thinking this is about to be a year for us. Started off well, dipped in December. Frank's gone in Jan. Now we're gone. Now we're here with Tuchel, and I've never respected Tuchel because I'm a big Neymar fan. By the way, we'll talk about Neymar a little bit later, but And so seeing a coach come into PSG I'm a big Mbappe fan as well, and Thiago Silva and Kimpembe, and that team was a fun team that I loved playing with on FIFA. And it's if I can coach these niggas on FIFA, and run
why can't you do it?
Right. Why can't you do this in real life? I know life is not that simple, and I will give it to Tuchel that he has shown more in 5 games at Chelsea than he showed me in years at PSG. It just seemed kind of okay, you guys kind of figure it out. I'll just pick the team in PSG. But when he came into over to Stamford Bridge, it seemed like he was just all right, this is how we're running it.
He seemed to take charge a whole lot more.
Yeah.
More like a leader for
completely changed the formation. Completely, everything seemed a little bit, And
I feel like you want your coach to take charge. You don't want a player-led team for them. You want the coach to be that guy.
Unless I've got a LeBron, a Cristiano, even a Messi. I wouldn't necessarily.
Yeah. Oh, it hurt you to say that.
Ooh, it just didn't. I couldn't. It didn't even sit right with me. A Neymar, sure. Actually, I wouldn't let Neymar coach my team either.
Hell no.
He's just Jorge Benito, give me the ball.
Halftime fashion shows is what it would be.
Halftime. Well, shit. I mean, and here's the thing. It's and not to get too far in the weeds, but I've thought about this in the past. And my nigga Cristiano Ronaldo literally used to go in at halftime with the spiky cut in first half, and then second half the shit was slicked back in the second half of Real Madrid Champions League games, knockout round games. And I would just think to myself man, was anybody coaching him in the what were they saying to this man? No, he's just in the back in the locker room, just all right. Well,
let me do my thing. But he's a player that you don't got to coach. LeBron's a player you don't got to coach.
Right, and I agree with
Neymar.
that.
I mean, this is the thing. This new generation of players, I feel like they're a little prima donna-ish. The Pogbas, the Neymars, even I'm scared to say Mbappe, bro, because I don't want him to become that player.
Damn, don't put that on Mbappe. Knock on wood.
Look. Let's not put it on him, but it's making me nervous.
No,
at least he's staying relatively healthy though, because now with Neymar, whew,
yeah, man. I agree. It just kind of it's funny you say that though, because I was thinking to myself, is this a race thing? How Cristiano can, but you're right. No, because Cristiano's probably the first to show up to every training. He's the first the first to show up to the game matches.
He had COVID and was on an exercise bike in quarantine.
Exactly. And you're not getting that out of Neymar. And you're not getting I mean, you ain't got 4 Champions Leagues out of Neymar either. So when he comes out and he's got a hairstyle that's different in the second half and the first, or boots that's different in the second half and the first, he gets questioned bro, are you serious?
I just want to see some more performance. I mean, I know he's injured now, so understood. But I just want to see these guys really perform as much as they're getting paid to do. I feel like a lot of people, it's great upside, but show me why we pay you.
I'll tell you right now, Neymar is such an exciting player and performer that regardless of any other titles, if he never wins a title again, in my personal Stan opinion, I would say he deserves all the money he's made. But that's not why we like sports. We like sport because I don't pay Neymar. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'll
but
also say
you want to, when you have these conversations, it comes down to chips and rings. Come on, even the Messi.
It always does. But to be honest, like Ronaldo, just like Allen Iverson, just like has never been, not Ronaldo, Neymar has never been like a, chips kind of dude to me. He's just been I bet you he will not lose the ball all half. I bet you
Damn, that
unless
Allen
he gets
Iverson
fouled.
Comparison is, whoo,
bro.
Yeah.
Like Allen never won, and it's not for lack of trying. And Neymar has won because he was around. Like if Allen Iverson was on a team with Kobe, it would have been different.
Kobe, Jordan, anybody,
whatever
era.
But and that's what Neymar had in Suarez and Messi. But at the end of the day, like I just like how his football is. It's fun. Cristiano is.
Does he have a World Cup? Does he have a World Cup?
No. Like if he got a World Cup, then he would silence all the haters.
Then I'll be cool.
He would silence all the haters.
Exactly.
And funny enough, if he had one Champions League, he would silence all the haters. Like other people have had to work so much harder, but he's been that dude since he was 16. And you draw another comparison, like even though LeBron has kind of taken a kind of an Mbappe under the wing via Nike, he's kind of and hopefully Mbappe will get there. But LeBron was one of those who was at 16 touted as like the one, he's got the chosen one tatted on his back. So, and for me, and I'm not about to jump in a no GOAT conversation or anything, but for me, LeBron has done everything. He has done everything. He has lived up and surpassed all of the chosen one hype. And that's all. And Neymar had that same hype around him. Has he surpassed it? No. Has he lived up to it? Yes. I mean, like the man can go to any team and it will be his team. The man has Mbappe on his team and it's still his team. Like he's, I don't know. But has he surpassed it? No. Are there higher expectations for him? Yes. Of course. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. And so while we're on Neymar, let's take it a step further. Here we are again, 2021, like it's 2019 again and 2018. It's a fucking over and over. The man has injured himself just before a huge knockout round of 16.
Round of 16s.
Like, has Neymar officially gone from potential to just disappointment? Has Neymar gone from chosen one to Robinho in your mind?
Damn, to Robinho.
Yeah, like maybe that's a stretch.
I feel like
like Robinho was never at the status Neymar. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
But not for nearly as long.
Neymar status is
not for nearly as long. Robinho went as a Neymar to City before City was City. For real. Like City had just got oil money and they were like, who do we want? Robinho, right? Robinho balled out for like 5 games or whatever. And then and it's just been disappearance. Neymar hasn't necessarily done that.
He's in jail. He's in jail right now. I think Robinho
for like sexual sexual
assault.
It's rape. Yeah, sexual assault and rape or statutory rape.
So, but Neymar. Neymar
hasn't fallen that far.
Almost got in trouble for that shit too, though. Did you see that?
Neymar did almost get in trouble for that. He's been almost been in trouble for that multiple times, and we've talked about that on this podcast. Like we don't know. Sometimes that latest one was like somebody trying to catch him.
People gunning for you. Especially you got all the money in the world.
You got all the money, all the
just
fame.
Want settlements. People that had nothing in the world want settlements, but not disregarding the people that have been, had sexual assault.
We didn't come here for a Me Too discussion because that is that is a lot to unpack.
That's a big can of worms for sure. But saying that, like when you do have money, people do come for you. Scammers come for you. 100%. Shout out to my boy Dale. The Jamaican scammers. You know how many IRS calls I got? You know how many IRS calls I got from Jamaican people? I'm like, I didn't know so many Jamaicans worked in the IRS, to be honest with you.
Hello, Mayot. Okay, we are calling because we need your social security number now.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. You're gonna give it a what?
You're gonna give it. You want your money back or what? You want it?
I said, blood clots.
Scammers.
Leave me alone.
Scammers are out there. We know that.
Boy, but when you get money, you just got to protect yourself. So, on his level, I wouldn't say he's Robinho, like, as far as he had fame for a little while, and I mean skill set is still amazing.
Skill set,
staying healthy is challenging for him. But he's still young. How old is he now?
It's like 28. I think he just had his 28th birthday in February.
Yeah, bro. So, like, I mean, there's still time, and I don't want to write him off just yet, but I do want to see more from him, honestly. On the field, healthy.
Do you believe any of this? I mean, I don't even know why I'm bringing this up. This just chat, but this, like, it's Neymar. There was always the, like, funny, like, oh, it's Carnival, or Carnival's coming up in top of March into February. Neymar's always out, mysteriously during this time. Oh, it's his sister's birthday coming up in March. Like,
where does he come from, though? He comes from Brazil, bro.
Comes from Brazil?
You know how they go. You know how it go. You know what I'm saying? Ronaldinho was one of the biggest ones. He's like, bro, do not tell me how to live my life.
100%.
But he would play. So that's why I'm like,
I agree with you. Ronaldinho,
I want you to at least be on the field. You know what I'm saying? So Neymar, I don't know if maybe, I was thinking to myself, like, damn, maybe pressure's really getting to him and he doesn't want to go on that stage and shit the bed because, the last time PSG had opportunity to, they shit the bed, So.
They did. I mean, all right. So there's not to make this a Neymar show. We'll get through this quickly, but
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
We love Neymar, but like there's a sequence of events that kind of happened, right? Like, first they got a new coach. They got a real coach, in my opinion, in Pochettino.
And Poch, I love Poch, bro. Couldn't believe just sacked him like that,
exactly.
But
exactly. And the way Tottenham's looking right now, it might have just been a bust decision. Jose had them kind of running on all cylinders, but Tottenham.
We'll see how it plays out. To be honest,
we'll see how it plays out. But so they get Poch. Neymar's birthday comes up. Neymar has a quote in one of the rags saying something like, "I will never stop partying." Contrary to what people think, I'm immature, that I don't know what to do. This is in my nature. Everyone likes, who doesn't like to party? Everyone likes to party. Everyone likes to have fun, and I will never stop. So he says that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Then goes and parties, gets sick. Not COVID sick, but gets like some kind of something so that he doesn't start the El Clasique, which is Marseille PSG. This is the timeline events. Doesn't start, comes in at the end of the game. They win. It's all good. Hoorah in the French Cup. And then Poch plays him just to give him some minutes against, a second league side. And I can't even remember who they played, Cannes or something. And he gets injured. He gets this ab injury. So now are people have been scrutinizing his partying and the way he lives his lifestyle forever. At this point, are people right?
They have valid points, I would say. They do have valid points but I mean,
bro, you're not getting it done.
You expect the player to not live his life too. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
You got all the money in the world, which is sit home and have tea with your family, and you can't tell somebody how to live their life. They tried, you can
do like Cristiano and make your family get in the gym with you. Like, we all in the gym. I love them all.
And, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like Brazilians are partying. It's just like they mad thing. Like Pele did it. Ronaldo Fenomeno did it.
And I'm going to stick with you on that. They're Brazilian.
Ronaldinho. It's just in the culture, in the life. Like, if you can balance it, it's good. But, then you have some players that go too far. Ronaldinho went to jail. Robinho is in jail, So I just think, especially from where they come, when you come from the hood of Brazil, anywhere out of Brazil is making it. So not a lot of people, I think, like their goals are higher than, I can survive now and I can do whatever. I could buy whatever I want. I mean, that's every hood nigga dream. I could go into Dior and buy the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, go on Rodeo Drive, do that now. Smack a nigga with money. Nigga, what are you talking about? You feel me? So that's a scammer's dream. So
that's so funny. So like from a sports fan perspective, you're not giving me enough or whatever. But like honestly, looking at it from an athlete's lens, like this man is living the life he had always dreamed of and living the life that everybody had told him he would live because of
exactly. RNS, real nigga shit. I'm happy for the dude. You feel me? Like I'm happy. I like seeing my people eat. So if you choose to fuck off and do whatever you want, like all right, like that's your choice. But you got there, through hard work and dedication. Now what you do now is, that's on you.
And we're neither of us are like hardcore PSG fans. So this is not.
I tell you, that third kit still fuego. You saw the new tie-dye kit?
This man, third kit fuego.
Did you see the tie-dye kit? You like the tie-dye kit better?
Bro, no, I don't like the tie-dye kit.
Okay, all right then.
I don't. Burgundy, but that maroon, burgundy, whatever. But yeah, I mean, like as a fan, as a soccer fan, seeing Neymar and that PSG team play Barcelona, who are playing pretty well right now, would have been
decent. Yeah.
So yeah, to a certain extent, it's like shit, Neymar. Like you couldn't stay fucking healthy for one more game.
Part of us also wants something, an inkling or like anything remotely close to a Classico type of vibe, because we haven't had nothing like that in so long, bro. I remember going to just random bars, people I don't even know, hugging people I don't even know when Barcelona scored, or going there with George.
Well, speaking of that, let's switch to the Prem then. We had a couple of like actual fun Classico-esque games this week. Including Liverpool and City last weekend, as well as Tottenham and Everton, which I want to talk a little bit about because that was a fucking crazy game. But let's stick with Liverpool and City for now. Like those are the front runners and like have been the top two and the teams we care about for the longest. Every time they play though, it hasn't necessarily lived up to maybe the first 2 years they played when Klopp and Jose were,
and Jose, yeah.
Sorry, Klopp and Pep.
I mean, Pep, yeah. When they got it, I mean, you also got to take into account there's nobody in the fucking stands, bro. Like, there's even when we watch we watch TV at home, watch the games at home, we can hear the loudness of the crowd, we can hear the chants, we can hear people talking shit. It's just the pressure, it's just high, anticipation for your player to score. Now here it's just so quiet. It's almost like practice games. And the stakes are high-ish, but like you don't feel it. I don't even feel it. I'm like, damn, we're like far into the season, and I'm like,
you score a goal, and you're like, yeah, all right, back to like it's like a scrimmage.
It looked like it really looked like MLS on regular, without COVID.
Yeah, no bull. I mean, but Klopp is not the type of coach who has that though. He's the energy guy. So it's interesting to me that team don't look. I mean, I get it. Van Dijk out. You've had some injuries.
Tons of injuries, bro.
Y'all got all of your attackers. All of your attackers are there. So at least games should be 4-5 then, But like, if City's blowing you out, like that's and it looked like a strategic issue. It looked like finally Pep had figured out what he needed to do. Gundogan, first of all, let me go past. Gundogan has been balling. But Raheem Sterling, I'm mad that we don't have some of the regulars on here. I mean, I think you even say you prefer Mane over Sterling.
Yeah, I mean, because everybody gassed Sterling up. But he's a tap-in player, but so is Mane. So I can't really be mad. Like, you're consistent. You're doing your thing, I guess. But I don't expect him to make a crazy run through the middle of the field like a Son would or Auba would, and that's not his thing.
But Sterling has been the most consistent thing on City, and City is right now the most consistent top team to look like they're going to win the Prem this year. So that's got to speak for something. I don't see Mane got injured a couple of times this year, but he hasn't been out. Like, where have you been?
Yeah, but you also got to remember out is you still have to play because everybody else is injured anyway. So you're not playing at full capacity. You're playing I say Mane's playing at 70%. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Seeing his movements, the way he, like, a couple sprints here and there, but he don't look like a Mane. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they haven't. City hasn't had Aguero all year. What is Liverpool's excuse? Van Dijk ain't helping your offense like that. I mean, yes, it does because they play that real quick counterattack.
That quick counter, yeah.
But it's just interesting to me how he's run away from the Prem. Now I'm going to play you a clip of the most recent thing Jurgen has said. Hold on, let me see if you can hear this.
Are you conceding the title then, Jurgen?
Yes, I can't believe, but yes. We have to win football games, and big part of our football was today again really, really good. We have to do it more consistent. We have to avoid mistakes. We have to avoid misunderstanding. We cannot avoid mistakes of VAR or stuff like this, but all the rest, which is in our hands, we have to avoid. Today, in 2 situations, we didn't do that. That's why they could score 2 goals. Look, we are not going.
Yo, that is Jurgen Klopp saying, title done. Title race done. They're sitting behind City. They're sitting they're at 40 points. I think City's at 53 right now.
53.
The game in hand. They have a game against Everton this midweek. So you're 13 to possibly 16 points back with something like 13 games left. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot.
It would take a lot for them to come close, for sure. I mean, it's almost like they were last season when they were ahead as fuck, and they were like
ahead as fuck, but they were like big chilling with a 20-point lead coming out of COVID and back, and it just didn't seem possible. But you've got a potential 39 points you can gain from now until the end of the season, and City's got a potential 39, 42 points they can possibly win. But like, you're not going to bank on, you're not going to bank on yourself and say, no, we're just going to push hard through the end of the season and win the shit. You're going to.
I think that's what he expects everybody to say. I mean, everybody expects him to say, but I like his realism and letting them know it's not going to be easy. You can't just do the like Mourinho. You've seen him in the All or Nothing and stuff. He talks and gas everybody up, and then they play like shit. So I want them, hopefully. Yeah. You just be realistic with them and let them know all of you are going to be a vital role in getting us there, So don't slack. You know what I'm saying? Like I would rather him not blow smoke up my ass. You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, you're a chimney. Just be real. And I feel like that's how Klopp has always been. He has the passion, and he's just a great fucking coach, man. And I think
he's a great coach. It's what seems to be missing is like if you're conceding, that's cool, but like it wasn't like we're conceding because you know what, fuck it, we're gonna go to Champions League and run this shit. You know what I mean? Like it was just kind of like, yeah, we lost to Leicester. I'm sad, whatever.
Maybe he's getting his bearings together. Maybe he's maybe COVID is really taking a toll on him or something. I don't know.
Who knows?
You never know. Who
knows? Let's go to Tottenham real quick since we were talking about all or nothing. Hottie toddy. Lost to City obviously this weekend.
Not so hottie.
Right, not hottie toddy. Not
4-0. Boy, them niggas got. I mean, I talked to George. I talked to Welder. They were like, yeah, they really gonna put it on them. I know Mourinho.
That's right. There were some bets. There were some bets placed on Tottenham City. Everybody's talking about Jose ready for this. Jose just lost a 200-minute. No, it was like 120-minute battle against Everton in the FA Cup in the middle of the week. Them boys are defeated.
Tired
and defeated. Ready to run through them. City
was real. I don't know what they expected. Once the Everton thing. Once the Everton game.
That was a fun game. It was a bad game, but it was fun. Like
bad games are fun.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Like from a viewer's perspective.
Yeah.
To have what was it like 5-4, 9 goals in regulation, and then
that's the shit I missed. That's like the old Prem shit. Like we're really getting gritty with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean it was fun, and
leave the goalies out. Don't even
exactly forget all of them. Speaking of goalies, though, Hugo Lloris looking very trash, dude.
End of his rope or like end of his time.
Yeah. You won a World Cup. You won. I mean, you won a lot of stuff. It's time. To be honest, bro. From the day he got transferred to Tottenham, I was just like.
Why?
I don't know what this. First of all, I thought right, exactly. Why? Why? You were at Marseille. I think he was at Marseille. Or was he at Lyon? I think he was at Marseille. He was chilling. He was
at Marseille.
France's number one, and like that's all you needed to be. And then you went to Tottenham. I guess they were starting a project, and
maybe he wanted to be more important and stuff.
It didn't make him any more important. It made him higher scrutinized. And
yeah, exactly. And Prem is different. French,
it is different.
It's French league and the English league is Premier League is very different. So I mean, it's what it is. Gigi stayed where he was at. He said, "I'm here. I'm cooling." Gigi did what he was doing.
And that's one thing. Again, to keep going back to Neymar, but Neymar had signed a new 4-year contract with PSG. He's not going nowhere. He's chilling.
Look. He like France is it. It's lit out here. getting tons of bread.
Yeah.
Tons of bread.
From a player's perspective, if you were Harry Kane, are you staying at Tottenham this year?
Fuck no. Go anywhere. Like I don't like Kane at all. I'm not a Harry Kane fan.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I enunciate, my consonants, my vowels. I like to talk.
You don't bumble your words.
First of all, how was Shakespeare created, born and bred over there? I love Shakespeare, but he can't say a fucking word. Like, ridiculous. But no, but all jokes aside, I mean, he gave his heart and soul, and he continues to get, like, I would go somewhere where why not? Then he's at Tottenham, and he might be the Kobe Bryant. He might want to stay there and be that guy. But Kobe Bryant also has rings.
Yeah. No, Kobe Bryant. Yeah, Kobe Bryant. It's not like Kobe Bryant had to stay. Kobe Bryant was like, "Listen, I'm gonna make this shit happen." He had like maybe 2 years where he was like, "I'm not."
I feel like they have pieces too. Tottenham has pieces. They have, Mourinho's he's a tenured coach, bro. He's one of the.
He's a great coach. I've never liked his tactics. I will say that openly and honestly. Like
it's not for everybody, for sure. But I mean, it gets results depending on who you ask,
and depending on who you have. And honestly, Tottenham is, and their kind of mindset is the type of team who would listen to Jose, and they had been doing pretty well under Jose because of that. Like, okay, we can stay tactical, we can play counterattack football. Son really blows up in that kind of game. But I don't know, bro. If I'm and Ndombele just made a big money move. He's there for a while. He's balling. Like, he can do what he wants. Mm-hmm. Son is a flame that can go out, in my opinion.
That man is
sometime soon. So
that's Linsanity on the soccer field, on the pitch.
Damn, you're low-key doing Son a disservice, because Linsanity like 5 months. Son is big.
No, he had a good year, a year and a half.
Yeah, he had a good enough year to get traded from like the Knicks to to whomever, where he just
talk about his glory days on the Knicks. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Remember, I was on the Knicks for that one season.
Remember when the Lakers came and I dropped 50 in the quarter or some shit like that? Whatever you did. I remember.
Yeah, nah. Son is. Do you think Son would stay like long term?
Yeah, Son.
I feel like they showed him love.
Son's a great,
he's a loyal dude,
and he's doing well. I don't think he's built for like moving around and taking over.
Right. I mean, I feel like a lot of players aren't built for that though.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, if you're moving in Prem, so you're not moving too far, too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
I can be honest. I'm thinking about this as I say it, but I do not think I would welcome Son with open arms at Chelsea. Let me say it like that. Like, I know it sounds crazy. But like, if we were to sign Son next year, I don't think it would be.
That man put his heart and soul on the field every time, bro.
He does.
He would give everything. He ain't even a money man like that. He's like,
but that's kind of my point. Like, Chelsea is like a money team. Like, if Frank Lampard can't coach, Son can't play there. You feel me? Like, it's just, like if Olivier Giroud can't be anything more than a bench player at Chelsea.
But that's his choice. Olivier Giroud is cool with that, though. It's not like he's fighting to be on the pitch, you know what I'm saying, starting.
To do his job. He's just a constant.
Yeah, he know what his job. He's Dennis Rodman. Yeah, I know what my job is.
But to come and replace, like, to come on the wing and be a wing forward at Chelsea, like, you got to be, unless you're like a part of the youth and you were just born and bred Chelsea, like a Mason Mount who's also balling right now, like, you got to be an international star, basically. You got to be, and that's what I'm hoping Ziyech is going to be. So, yeah, I mean, to that point, I don't think.
Yeah, but y'all chasing unicorns with your money. You see where it's, it hasn't. It hasn't paid off like crazy recently. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that, like I said, the era is very different now.
Hindsight.
All these kids are growing in their systems.
I would have definitely never had signed Timo. I would have never signed Kai Havertz. I would have.
Havertz, man. Wow.
I gotta be honest. I don't think I would have even signed Christian Pulisic, to be perfectly honest. But
I've been on that. I don't fuck with any. Look, people know any white Americans. They be giving y'all too much slack. You know what I'm saying? But then people like McKinney. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Tyler Adams. Like, why?
Tyler Adams. Bryan Reynolds is
balling.
A new
let's talk.
of the latest, products of FC Dallas, just like McKinney. you know, yet another one to come out, another brother to come out and get a big money signing at Roma. I haven't seen him play yet. I don't think he has played yet. But I mean,
I'm happy when they get the bag. You feel me? Because especially soccer in America, for us as African Americans or just Black Americans, period, no matter what in the diaspora you feel you are,
that you've come a part of, no matter what boat your ancestors came on.
Exactly. Like, we've been getting shit on. They don't come to inner cities. They weren't, you know what I'm saying? MLS was not, if you see the MLS when it first started, it was white as fuck. And they had to bring Pele over, and they still couldn't get it popping with that. They had popping for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So now that we have a bunch of mixed kids doing their thing, still not getting the recognition they deserve.
Especially you as a mixed race person, to kind of find that identity in a lot of these mixed race kids, which we can probably trace that, like, you know, like obviously, like, you know, your typical Black person in America is still growing up idolizing football and basketball, and
for sure,
to a certain extent, you know. But then you might have some of these kids now, you know, interracial kids who are growing up in the suburbs or growing up in soccer culture somehow, and I'm trying to bridge that connection between interracial and soccer, but you know, I
think just not having. Well, I feel like for me, as being Black and Italian, shout out Mom Dukes, you feel me? Just not fitting in. Like, you know, the Black kids was like football, basketball. You know what I'm saying? White kids was like baseball, a little bit of soccer. They probably had some skill, depending on where you're from. But like, I didn't fit into a certain box, so I got to try everything. I tried, you know, football. I tried basketball. I tried baseball and soccer. Went to college for baseball and got offered, you know, a soccer scholarship. But you know, it just I got to find my love. Being diverse and being multicultural gave me the opportunity to diversify. Even music, I listen to grime. I listen to like fucking opera. I listen to all types of music. It just gave me a very worldly perspective. And I think being mixed is, you know, when I was in school, like I wasn't Black enough for the Black kids, and I definitely was the Black kid to the white kids. Because if you have any Black in you, you're Black to white people. I don't know if people don't understand this, but one drop rule.
Try to remind people. We try to remind this podcast.
But
that's real. I mean, that's basically the lifeblood, the platform of EPB Ball. You know what I mean? Like try this sport. This sport has roots around the world. This
the globe.
Helps open your eyes up to so much shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Drop a ball, drop a paper ball even on the ground anywhere. Somebody gonna kick it. Guaranteed.
Somebody gonna kick it, regardless. And and that brings me to these memes. You've seen these memes online that are like, you know, like, all right, at this point, you know, it's almost hard to refute. Like, Brady is like the undisputed GOAT, right? I talked to my dad about this, and he had so much to say.
Hate this.
Yes. However, and I have no skin in that game. I really don't care. And honestly, over the last 2 years, even though I love watching it, especially playoffs, and yes, I was up for it for the Super Bowl. You know, seeing the, you know, like, I don't care what the NFL is up to right now. Like, I really just don't.
Nobody give a fuck. They're trying to make it so relevant, but you know, they done had so much egg on their face with the Colin Kaepernick situation.
Yeah,
you know, it's just they lost a lot of viewership from the white people. You know, upset that people are kneeling, lost them, and then the Black people that, you know, we ain't getting no rights, and we don't have no Black coaches and no Black ownership.
Yeah,
you know, they lost a lot. So that's what they're trying to, you know, be relevant. But I look, I like seeing brothers do their thing. I like seeing tons of Black quarterbacks, and you know, it's more diverse than it was. It's a step. We're pushing the needle. We call it needle because it is that small. You know. In all directions, we're pushing it forward, but it takes a lot, you know.
It's tough
so
because as a fan of football itself, you know, I like watching the sport, but like I mean, and I got to be honest. Again, we've gone so far off topic. I'm going to get back to Tom Brady, but like, I'm sure there's a lot of Black folks who are just kind of like, I mean, I got to be honest. Like, I was cheering for Kansas City just because it was the Black quarterback versus the white quarterback.
You know what I'm saying?
And motherfucking Mahomes was balling despite them getting destroyed. He was
blindfolded, throwing the ball, like,
blindfolded, like horizontally, like in midair, chucking that thing.
That man did everything.
Yeah, he did everything he possibly could.
Everything. This is the same thing that happened with Cam Newton and Peyton Manning. You know, he had no fucking line. Everybody disappeared. Let everybody run through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they like to make it race as much as it is, and I kind of see it that way a little bit. You know, just because NFL how they've treated.
It's tough to go like full conspiracy, but it's you kind of think about it, like, you know, why aren't your players playing for you suddenly? Like, you know,
like all of a sudden everybody's ass. No one can catch the ball.
Right. No one can catch.
They've been catching the ball the whole season. That's what got y'all there. Them catching the ball.
That's what got y'all the Super Bowl last year.
Everybody's dropping every type of pass. And you can't blame it on, oh my God, there's so many fans. This was 30,000 people in there.
Yeah. No.
It was a high school, one of those.
Yeah, it was a high school state championship. It was a Texas high school state championship.
Yeah, thank you.
That was 100% what it was. Do you think black folks feel less like excited about the whole Brady thing? I got to be honest. I've heard a lot of Brady goat, shit.
Look, okay. So one thing I will say, that man was drafted last in the draft.
Yeah.
Came from Michigan. He was trash at Michigan. Shout out Wolverines. And he worked his ass off to get where, he is now, for sure. You know what I'm saying? He's not the fastest quarterback.
Definitely not the fastest. Definitely not
the biggest arm.
And he definitely ran that. I mean, I'll be honest. For me, he's a great quarterback. Shit, the man has won. People don't win like that.
Look, I hated Kobe for a long time, bro. I'm a Celtics fan. Boston Celtics. I did not.
You all over the place, but I understand. You can't be a Knicks fan. You can't be a Knicks or a Nets fan.
I'm all over the place racially too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just mixed up, Mom.
Exactly. But, when you can't deny greatness, no matter where it comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
I hear that.
Tom Brady, I mean, he proved it. Seven rings, dog.
Yeah. And so the point I was getting to is that 7 rings and that GOAT and that he proved it. And it's funny to me that I was seeing shit online that said, something to the tune of, I'll give you one stat. The Super Bowl this year got 110 million views. The last World Cup got 3 point something billion views. Half.
No way.
Half of the world was watching the World Cup. You know what I mean? And then there was another one where it was who's the greatest player in the world, the greatest champion in the world, and it was Tom Brady, and then it showed the world map all within the United States parameters. It's all stuff like that. So is that's the case, right? It's just
I seen the one meme that was well, if you're gonna count the greatest, Serena Williams,
bruh, that's not even a meme. That's facts on facts on facts.
Biggest facts. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. You want to talk about goat through the sports and
bro, did you see her? I think it was this morning, bro. Saying her fitness wasn't up because she just had a kid. She was wilding today.
She was going ham today.
And looking so good.
This is why I love social media. I talk a lot of shit about social media points, but literally my girlfriend just showed me a clip of Serena playing defense, and she was getting slaughtered. It was coming across. She was just running. Got it back. Okay,
and
again.
Bopping that bitch high in the air.
Yes, and then finally she came down. Her opponent came down to just slam it home, and she fucking missed. She hit the net, and it was
ain't that the metaphor of America? You keep trying to get me out this motherfucker.
Keep trying to get me, and you ain't getting me. You ain't getting me.
I'm built for this.
So you're right. Honestly, that's the name of this podcast. Despite all we're talking about, Neymar and this and it, Serena is the GOAT. Is the name of this podcast.
Serena is the GOAT, girl.
Serena the GOAT. You GOAT, girl.
You know what I'm saying? You go, girl.
But look,
you did there, sir.
We started off with Champions League, and now we're gonna finish it off. I'm gonna read you the matchups we got. Something to be finally excited about.
Okay. Oh, tomorrow for sure.
Exactly. Well, so, again, tomorrow would have been Neymar versus Messi, but Neymar can't make it. But tomorrow we got PSG-Barça. That's gonna be a good game. I haven't been watching Barcelona, but I've been seeing they've been winning.
Recently,
as of recently, games, I think I did see a quote from Koeman, from their boss, talking about, I don't see many teams that can get past Barca in a 2-round knockout, and
two exactly.
I low key, it's tough to argue with that. You got PSG, you got but again, we got PSG coached by a good coach who's gotten to a Champions League final with a lot less players than he has right now on PSG.
I wouldn't be upset if Poch, got the dub. You know what I'm saying? Because he deserves it, man. He's a great guy and a great coach. He's a player's coach. I wouldn't be upset.
As much of a miss as Neymar is, I got to be honest, this is still a matchup. You got Mbappe, you got Icardi, you got Di Maria, you got players on the field. So okay, PSG, still a top one to watch. We also got
Leipzig, right?
Yeah, we got Leipzig and Liverpool.
Leipzig, yeah,
that's pulling up tomorrow. That's his main focus whatever.
Anyway.
I think that's Klopp's main focus. That's everybody's. They're gonna come hard for Leipzig. Leipzig's a good team, but they're like worse than they were last year. So I can't see much coming out of that. It's not highlighted in my number one games to watch, but keep an eye on it because if
anything can happen in the C League, man. You know that's how it goes.
Champions League is like that. What else we got tomorrow? We got Juve Porto. More of the same, I think. Juve.
That's Wednesday. Wednesday's FC Porto, Juve. That's 12, and then more of the same, like you said. How's Ronaldo looking?
He looks straight. I got to be honest. And I'm a big Pirlo fan too. We're gonna talk about this a little bit more on the next show. Like all of these great players who are now coaches. Like not everybody can be Zidane, bro. Like I'm gonna say this right now. I love Pirlo. I think he is a genius, a god. Like you cannot be that unathletic and be that trill in the midfield.
That nice. Hold on. Oh, you looking at old Pirlo? Unless you a god. Pirlo tape. If you look at young Pirlo
was running. Young Pirlo was running.
He still look old though.
But he still looks old. Exactly.
He's a Morgan Freeman.
I've had a debate about this too. Like we were talking about like David Beckham because people like to punk David Beckham in front of me, and I just won't let that happen because I'm a huge Beckham fan, and I will tell you, Beckham from an athletic standpoint, he was all over the field. He would just run and slide tackle and do all that. He played up the wing. He was just up and down. But so yes, like the gimmick is like it was his hairstyles and that was what's his famous and his free kicks. But like
free kicks, yeah.
I would put Beckham on the field for two specific reasons. One, you're not going to lose any energy, with him on the wing. Sure. He's going to hustle. And two, if there is ever a dead ball scenario, you have a significant advantage. And so that's what I mean. Like Pirlo is one of them same types. Like Pirlo is a completely different. It's not the hustle. It's more like you're going to get a player who will put the ball where it needs to be. Exactly at the time where it needs to be.
I mean, that man literally stops time. He's like
exactly. He's
like Quicksilver.
Wingardium Leviosa. Quicksilver. Right. Let me put you here. Throw the
ball here, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, just a master, man.
Just a master, a maestro.
I feel like he saw as a coach. Yeah, a maestro, absolutely. And he saw from a coach perspective on the field, bro.
When he became a coach, it was like, that makes sense. Like, I remember there were even like articles I read long time ago back when he was playing that was like, Pirlo is like, you don't want to mess with Pirlo in FIFA. Like Pirlo would destroy you in like on tournaments in FIFA and shit like that. That all said, and all that love notwithstanding, Juve look average as fuck.
They do.
They look so average. And I'm not sure if it's the Ronaldo effect. And again, I say this with a grain of salt because one, they're winning, even though they just lost to Napoli this weekend. So one, they're still kind of top of the table, but they're not.
Yeah, they're on the upside for sure.
Right. They won the Serie A 9 years in a row or some shit like that, and they're not winning this year. That looks like a bad mark. But I will say, as it relates to scoring, it just seems very one-dimensional. It seems like we're going to try to get this into Ronaldo in some way, shape, or fashion. And if that doesn't work out, we still have enough good players that like even Weston McKennie is getting, these crazy goals at the right time. So
yeah, he's getting them off like I don't know. I feel like from everybody being attracted to who Ronaldo is, other people are eating
are opening up. And so maybe that's the strategy. Maybe,
I feel like that's what you got to know when you bring in that guy on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Him or, I wish they could have that with Messi, but they're doing okay too. But like I said, just in general, soccer for me just doesn't feel as dynamic as it used to be.
That's interesting. That's very.
I don't know if it is the COVID.
Maybe it has a thing to do with COVID. You had an interesting point even before the show. Like, is COVID a thing right now? Like, where are you with COVID?
I'm over it, thank God. I'm alive. But, everybody's going out. Everybody's eating everywhere I go. There's outdoor dining. It's going back. So it makes me a little nervous that it's going to go back to where it was. People that haven't had it
Europe's
yet.
back on lockdown.
Europe's back on lockdown.
Shout out Janini in Holland,
Yeah.
We know you're trying to get out.
Yes, sir. He said they were on lockdown. They had curfew and everything like that. So I just feel like America's built on capitalism, so they're going to need to make money anyway.
Right.
I still want my stimulus. Let Biden know. I still need to be stimulated.
Give me my stimulus.
You know what I'm saying? I need to buy some soccer jerseys.
I feel that.
Need it.
I feel
that. But yeah, I'm moving as carefully as I can. I feel like everybody should, take the precautions and just keep your immune system up and don't stop your life, because it's, last year a lot of people went through depressive states.
It was probably horribly mentally. I was just on the train on the way back from San Diego, and this woman was coughing like profusely, and obviously, like, first cough, you just kind of smile, and second
and
cough,
you was like, you threw that bitch out the train like Will Smith and Uncle Phil?
Not even. No, she looked over to me and she was like, sorry, but I've been vaccinated, though. That's what she said to me. And I was just like, no worries. And I just wondered to myself, like, so is that it? Like, once you get the vax, you Gucci, or?
Oh my God. I don't know. What's wrong with people, bro?
It's very interesting. But
so she could just be as careless as possible?
That's what I wonder. That's what I want. Well, or maybe she, it's obviously like a deflection from me just being right in front of you, just hacking. And of course she had her mask on, but she was hacking.
She was going hard on it.
She was going in. Something was down there. Something was down there. But I just will say, like, from my perspective, it's still COVID. Stay home, watch Champions League.
Have you been affected by it?
Affected?
Directly. Anybody, friends, family?
Yeah, I have people adjacent to me. I wouldn't say direct friends, but I have a lot of adjacents who have passed away because specifically of COVID. So affected, yes. Specifically, personally, yes. Mentally and physically and emotionally, it's definitely taken its own toll, like it has on everybody. Specifically me, no. Luckily,
that's good. Thank God.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm staying my ass at home because, and I'm not safe. Like I'm not safe, but I'm not the safest person. I go out and play soccer with a group of guys who I don't know what they do on a regular basis, and I play with them.
Can't trust those Palmdale guys.
Can't trust those Palmdale guys. We got to get one of them on the podcast one of these days. Guys just come like smoke some weed and then hop on the field, and they're pretty good. Obviously they're like 19-year-old, 20-year-old kids or whatever, 25, whatever. But yeah, I said this to my girlfriend the other day too. Like, you just operate at whatever your personal level of risk assessment is, and hope that's enough. But I will never just ignorantly, even if I get the even when I get the vaccination, I'll never just ignorantly just be like, oh, I'm vaccinated, I'm Gucci, until like we start to see results of.
I want to see results of the vax.
Yeah, of the vax. Of the
some vax facts. Show me your vax facts.
Give me your vax facts. Bro, you quick with the...
Come on.
Give me the vax facts. You heard of Carfax? I need the vax facts.
You feel me? This is what we do, baby. Producer, writer.
You are a producer, right? We need to start we need to just go ahead quickly and start a marketing campaign for like an analytics company and be like, yo, we got the vax facts here. We got the vax.
Got the vax facts. Yeah.
Call us 1-800-VAX-FACTS.
The Vax Facts app.
Tune in. Download the Vax Facts app. App Store now.
Dogecoin approved.
Dogecoin. That's a whole nother.
I know we don't got Ash here for that.
Yeah, we don't got Ash here. We can't give financial advice on this episode, but we'll be back with that soon. We were on Champions League games. Any other notables? I'm thinking Juve will get past Porto. I'd like to see them kind of grow up into this tournament.
I like the Dortmund Sevilla game. That's going to be I feel like a good one.
The biggest underrated game. I think that will probably be the most interesting game of the next 2 weeks. To be honest, the most interesting tie. Dortmund over the next month, I should say. Dortmund Sevilla, yeah, that should be nice and fun. Erling Haaland.
Atletico, back. You guys play Atletico on
Chelsea. Atletico is obviously like a top game for me. So my 3 top games are Barça PSG, Atletico Chelsea next week, and Atalanta Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yes.
Because Atalanta ain't no hoe. Like Atalanta comes to play. They don't play.
It's not Atlanta, folks.
It ain't Atlanta. It's Atalanta with a wide variety of Colombians. Pick your flavor. Running that front line and they're ballers. They got ballers on that team. So Champions League. I'm looking for a break. I'm looking for a nice break from this same old FA Cup. and Premier League monotony. It's starting to kind of, again, people are starting to already count City as the winners. It's starting to run away.
It is. They are starting to run away, and even Klopp is counting them as the winner.
Klopp is like, "Fuck it, we out this thing."
So it's
Champions League being back, we ready. Serena's the GOAT. So if you take anything from this podcast, Serena's the GOAT. Champions League is back. Neymar is Neymar.
Out, but Neymar's doing Neymar.
Neymar is Neymar. Klopp is a great and humble coach who maybe he's just trying to.
A sad dad right now.
Who was such a sad dad. Who is such a sad dad. But maybe he's trying to galvanize his team in a different way. Like if he gives up now, his team's gonna be like, "We're not gonna give up, Gaffer. We're going for it." Again, like we've talked about it. They have the personalities in their locker room, the Milners and Hendersons who are gonna be like, "You're gonna fuck this, boys. We're gonna go out and we're gonna murder them." They'll do that shit. There's still much to see.
And I feel like Klopp is gonna, to read his kids, a story. When my father brought me to that forest and left me there. You know what I'm saying? That type of story, and they're gonna be like,
when I wrestled the bear to the ground, I told him, guys, I will kill you, and that's how you need to be on the field.
Now that sounds like a Mourinho fucking.
Yeah, that's like Schwarzenegger Mourinho pep talk. That just is what it is. But definitely things to look forward to.
For sure,
coming up in this week, and we'll see. I still got to call it. You have $50 on the line. George has $50 on the line.
We all have bets.
I want to say
I really do see Everton lower than 8th. You said so. 7th counts as lower than 8th.
Everton is right now, as it stands right now. Everton is sitting 7th. English Premier League table. Everton is sitting 7th with 38 points.
30. I think they're at 38 points.
Yeah.
No,
37 points. 37 points.
Yeah. Okay, I knew.
They got a +4 goal differential, so that doesn't matter shit. They need to win. Aston Villa is right behind them in 8th at 36. Tottenham is at 36 as well. Arsenal is at 34 as well. Leeds is at 32 as well, and Wolves in 12th place at 30. So 7 points between them and 12th. And Tottenham, and Everton have City this week for a makeup game. They have City midweek on Wednesday, and they have Liverpool this weekend.
I just don't think they're as far as
Liverpool.
They are kind of far.
And again,
Liverpool there's 40 to 53.
There's 15 games left. About 15 games left.
They can do it. They just got to be on their shit. But they can't get anybody else injured. You know what I'm saying? They really can't. Like Klopp.
Yeah, James has been really. James has been up and down. But all I'm saying is you got $50 on the line, and I am getting more and more confident, especially with these two games Everton have back-to-back, Liverpool and City. I'm getting more confident that you're going to owe me. Who else? I need to call it out on this show. George, that's 100 right there. There's another one. There's 150 in 50s. Juan is the last 50. He'll owe me. And then Yohei, who jumped on our pod just before Christmas, special guest from Japan. He bet a whole $150.
He did he?
Yes. That's why I said I have about $300, and I had to figure it out. That's what the 300 is. The 300 is really 50 from you.
He really got gassed up.
And he got gassed up. He bet me 150 that they would finish higher than 8th, and they're currently sitting in 7th. So
you know what you're gonna spend it on? I'm gonna spend your money on a Barcelona jersey from Ross.
No bullshit. You might not even get it from Ross. It's $50. That ain't gonna get you much.
What you talking about? It ain't gonna be this season. It's gonna be like years past.
Years from now, it'll be fine.
Dusty as hell and shit.
It'll be the Barca 2012 jersey.
Hey, vintage.
2015, we are the champions. So as it relates to Prem, again, Chelsea, I'm just hoping for top 4. I see. This year is just whatever this year is. Again, I'm not a big fan of Tuchel. I'm not a big fan of a lot of our German players. I
don't see Tuchel lasting I just don't.
And you say that, I agree with you, and yet he has 5 straight wins. Or I guess 5 games undefeated.
Arteta looked good in the beginning too. Now we got that honeymoon phase.
Frank looked great a whole season plus 16 games into this season, and look where he is. Okay, in football, shit can change in an instant. That's just how the cookie crumbles. But anyway, that's how we gonna leave it. The only thing I'm looking forward to in the Prem, since Jurgen has already conceded, is Everton not figuring it out and Chelsea trying to stay top 4. That's all.
Respect. I'm glad Arsenal is not near relegation for a minute, but you know how we do. We can shit the bed real quick. So
we can wait, and we will wait. We will wait to see that. Aubamayang, welcome back. Welcome back to the scorers table.
Yeah, appreciate you. Shout out my man for a hat trick. Let's keep the goals flowing and the defense looking mediocre as usual.
Keep the goals flowing both ways. Keep conceding and keep scoring. See which one balances out. All right, well, we out this thing. It's the Eat, Pray, Ball podcast. We will catch you in a couple weeks. Talk about Champions League and the rest that has transpired. Holla at your boys.
What kind of
I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. What? I need my stimulus check, yeah.
Okay.
I need my stimulus check, yeah.
Get your boy that stimulus check, boy.